All right, SoFi, let's talk about it, guys. Go over the charts, what I'm looking to do, and break down what the heck's been going on as the company has reported very good earnings time and time again, and the stock just can't break out. So we have a lot to go over. Hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and join my Patreon if you guys want to keep up with my portfolio updates, my private Discord community, and if you want to work more one-on-one together, ask me questions, be a part of the community. All that's on Patreon. Link down below, pinned in the comments, in the bio, in the description. You guys know how to join. And with that being said, let's dive into it. So the overall market today, by the way, guys, is all over the place. We have the three major indices, the NASDAQ, the S&P, and the Dow. They're in the red right now. Not too bad, but we're down about 0.25%, 0.3% across those indices, as the Russell is up about 0.5%. We have oil moving up as well. Brent is almost at 90 a barrel again, guys, trading at 88 a barrel. That's up around 1%. Same with WTI, up around 1%, trading at 83 a barrel. So oil's heating up, no pun intended. The VIX is down. The major indices here are down in the United States, and the small caps are catching a bid. But for how much longer? For how much longer, guys? As SoFi right now is slowly starting to go red. We're down about 1%, trading just under $18. And you guys know the story with SoFi the entire year. The company has done pretty well. They've reported good numbers, and the stock just can't break out of 20 bucks, 19 bucks. And here we are again. It's doing the same crap again, guys. At this point, I'm getting sick of it. I almost want to just forget I own SoFi, stop making videos on it, and we'll see where it's at in a year. I'm almost at that point where it's like, I'm not going to sell SoFi, but watching it every single day, making videos 3 times a week on it, it's like, it's almost getting to the point now where it's like, what are we even doing anymore? I mean, this stock is not breaking out. Yeah, we can talk about the news. Yeah, we can talk about the fundamentals, where they're going, what the CEO's doing, but breaking down the chart, it almost doesn't even make sense anymore. What's the point at this point? We might as well just set an alert at 20 bucks and just see if it breaks out whenever that happens, if it does happen at this point. That's where I'm at with SoFi, guys. Again, I'm not selling it, but it's like, why am I even looking at it? Why am I talking about it? What's the point? But obviously, we'll still do updates here on the channel, especially when there's major news or a technical breakout, or Anthony Noto says something. So we're still going to make content, but making a video even 3-4 times a week at this point almost doesn't make sense anymore. But whatever, we're still here, we're making the video now, and the stock's getting hit at $18. What else is new? I mean, look, on the 5-day, 5-minute, the last couple of days, we've been slowly trickling down. We hit 1890 about a week ago. That was what, last Monday we hit 1890. Yeah, that was Monday, right? Either way, we hit that point, and we've slowly put in lower highs, lower lows. In fact, with today's down move to 1780, we took out the lows from the last couple of days on this 5-day, 5-minute. On the 30-minute time frame, you're noticing we're starting to see a death cross. We're under the moving averages again. This is not ideal for SoFi. And again, it goes to show the brick wall resistance at $18, $19. But listen, we have CPI coming out tomorrow. This could change things potentially. Right now, the market, we're looking at rate hikes. We're hearing that 9-3 FOMC voting last go around. 3 people wanted a rate hike, but now that we saw the labor market came in weak, we lost, I think, 25,000 jobs in July, where we were expecting a gain of 80 to 85,000. So we're seeing the labor market weaken. Now, let's say inflation comes in lower than expected tomorrow, hypothetically, this could cause SoFi to maybe run, because that rate hike scenario, although we got 3 votes for it, that might be pushed out a bit further, right? We might not be getting rate hikes as soon as we thought, and that is what SoFi at the end of the day wants. it doesn't want rate hikes out the wazoo right now. It wants the opposite. So maybe the stock does pop on a better CPI than expected, and by better I mean lower inflation than we expected. So if the opposite happened, let's say the labor market came in hot, inflation came in ripping, I mean, that would not be good, for SoFi stock in the short term. Obviously, inflation, or for the Fed funds rate, we'd be looking at a hike more aggressively sooner. But the opposite looks like it might be playing out here, which I don't think that's going to cause SoFi to break out in and of itself, right? That, little soul catalyst, I don't think that's going to cause it to break out, but it could bring it up to $19, maybe to $18.50, $18.75, and the real breakout, I've said it before, I'll say it again, is at $20 a share. That's where we're really going to break out, which again, at this point, I'm close to just setting it and forgetting it at this point. I'm going to stop making videos. I'm not actually going to stop, but I'm close to just stop making videos on SoFi. I'm just going to put it in the filing cabinet and let it go and ride off to the sunset, right, guys? I'm almost at that point. And of course, once the funny thing is, watch it actually break out. Now, I'm at that point where I want to stop making videos, stop looking at it. That means it might actually be potentially about to break out here, guys. We'll see. But that's a quick breakdown on SoFi. Some thoughts, where my head's at overall, and I'm just holding on. I'm not selling my stock. I'm holding on to my stock, which I've been doing that all year. So, like I said earlier, guys, and by the way, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit that follow button. I appreciate all of your support, as always, and I think 50% of you, at least on YouTube, watch the content, but you're not hitting subscribe. And if you're watching on Facebook, on TikTok, wherever you're watching this, guys, hit the follow button. I appreciate you all, as always. So the Qs are down about 0.4%, still struggling to break out fully of this channel. That's where we have been the last couple of days. SPY's down about 0.25%, but that doesn't matter, considering it's still clearly breaking out of the sideways trading it was in for a couple weeks. And even with this pullback, we're still well above 760, still above these moving averages. So no big deal. Healthy pullback on SPY and the Dow for that matter. Dow's well above the 180, well above the 50 SMA. Very strong pullback on the Dow, or not strong pullback, but healthy pullback on the Dow. And if it comes down a little more, that would be even healthier. If it came down to, let's say, 53,000, 52,800, that would be nice. And look, Russell, we have a bull flag. This looks bullish as ever, man. This is trading at 3,030. It's up around 0.5%, not too much, but still a nice green day considering the other indices are down. And it looks like it wants to explode even higher, man. 3,100 could be coming on the Russell. And look at some of these stocks. Mercado Libre, it's completely ripping. Pretty much back to where it was before earnings, up around 6% on the day. And you guys know I'm long Mercado Libre. Let me show you my average cost. Exactly, it is trading at, well, now it's trading at $19.30. My average cost is $18.30 on this stock. So I'm up around $100 per share on the position. Nowhere near up as much as I think I'll be one day. But we're getting back in the green on this stock after it tanked under 1,800 post earnings, which I don't think that was necessary. It happened, and the market realized it was an overreaction. Now we're starting to break back out on Mercado Libre, and I do think we're going to $2,000 a share pretty soon here on the stock. I don't know when, but I think soon it's going to get there and beyond. Well over 2,000 longer term is where I see Mercado Libre going. Nebius is up around 4% heading into the print today in the aftermarket, or actually no, it's tomorrow morning. Excuse me, guys. Wednesday morning, we're getting Nebius on the 12th. That stock's up around 4%. Not too bad. It looks like Affirm is back in the mid-high 70s, which you guys remember. I traded this about a month, 2 months ago. We had call options, made some good money on that call out. I think I made the trade when it was in the mid-70s, low 70s. It got all the way to the mid-high 80s. Now we're trying to get back to 80, 85 a share. I think there is a chance that Affirm does get there. So nice day for Affirm. Looks like Redwire starting to go green again, which I'm still long. Call options on Redwire. Maybe I lock in profits when the stock gets to $14.50, $15 a share. I'll keep you guys posted, especially if you're in my Patreon, where again, you get all my trade alerts, my buys, sells, updates, private Discord, all that stuff. Link down below, by the way, pinned in the comments, stocksurfest.com/Patreon. Let's see. Lamb Research is starting to move again a little bit, but not actually breaking out. Although we do have an inverse head and shoulders on Lamb Research. You guys can see here the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. It's trying to break out of, let's say, the low ish 300s, 320, 25 is a big resistance. Let's see if that breaks on Lamb Research. And let's see, anything else moving? Palantir is going up, which I'll make a video on Palantir later today. Tesla's up on the day a little bit. Not much, but we do have a lot of stocks moving down, believe it or not. Not hard to believe considering today's an overall red day for the most part. Google's down to the mid 340s, which funny enough, I just nibbled a little bit of Google yesterday at 354. And I didn't buy a ton of it because I had a feeling we'd be going lower, and I want to keep some dry powder for that. And look, it looks like I was right. We're going lower. We're at 346. I'm gonna hold off to buy more Google until 330 at least, maybe under that 315, 320. I'm gonna be buying hand over fist. But I'm being patient. I just nibbled a little bit. I'm already up a ton on my position. I'm just now starting to get heavier into Google after in my one account my Amazon shares got called away. I sold covered calls, so I have a good amount of cash now, and I'm slowly putting it to use, right? I nibbled some Google, and I'm looking to build it out even more, but not rushing it. There's no need to rush in this market. It's a pretty uncertain market at this point. Yeah, we got Leopold. The unwind happened, right? That's good. Markets have stabilized a little bit, but by no means are we in a smooth sailing market where I feel comfortable just dumping all my cash in. I still want some dry powder. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. And oh, by the way, don't forget the Patreon. I'll catch you guys in the Patreon if you join. And shout out to all the members that have been joining. I appreciate you guys. As always, I'll see you in the next video.